Sports, a place where many athletes find success.
This is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams.
But where there's a winner, there has to be a loser.
He came a long way. You hear me? Come here, I love you, bro. Real.
It's one thing to watch the game, but another to analyze it. Let's talk about the numbers. You ready? YouTube! What's going on, man? Back at you another video. It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay, and it's Victory Monday. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I'm here every Monday and or Thursday. We talk about NFL football, NBA basketball, as well as the NCAA Men's March Madness Tournament. Now, right now it is NFL season, so we are on week 7. This is Victory Monday. This is normally when I do the recap and analysis for all of Sunday's games as well as Thursday games and any other games that have taken place within this past week. Not including the Monday night games, which I do cover in the Thursday video. So please stick around if you're new. Check me out. Stay tuned for Thursday. Hit that notification button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, so you can be notified of when I'm dropping the content. Now, we're going into week 7 analysis. Like I said in my video before, undefeated teams, we had 3 undefeated teams: the Steelers, the Titans, the Seahawks. We had 1 winless team in the Jets, and we're going to see how everybody turned out after Sunday's games. We do have a little bit of news out of Cleveland, technically Cincinnati, since it happened in Cincinnati, but we'll still say Cleveland because it's a Cleveland player. Anyway, Odell Beckham Jr. has torn his ACL. He is out for the season. This is very unfortunate. The Browns are finally winning. They're finally putting together some wins. They're 5-2. Who would have thought? And Odell gets hurt. He gets hurt. It's just very terrible. A lot of people were saying that he should be traded. A lot of analysts saying that he should be traded before the injury. But now, with him being injured, pretty sure his trade value goes down, especially with it being a torn ACL. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the analysis for the Week 7 games. Starting off with the Thursday night game. Giants at Eagles. Giants came in this thing with 1 win. They left with 1 win. We picked the Giants to win this game. They did not. The Eagles also had 1 win coming in, but they found a way to win this game. Please enjoy this Daniel Jones 80-yard run. That was supposed to be a touchdown, but wasn't a touchdown because he's Daniel Jones. Moving on. Giants lost that game 21-22. We got that wrong. Moving on to the early games. Steelers at Titans. Battle of the undefeated teams. Both teams were 5-0 coming into this game. We picked the Steelers. We got this one right. Derrick Henry was held to 75 yards rushing. A.J. Brown did go off for 153 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. Big Ben threw 3 interceptions in this game, and somehow the Steelers still won. Gostkowski missed a game-tying field goal with about 14 seconds left. That would have sent the game into overtime, most likely, but that is what it is. The Titans went 38% on 3rd down, while Pittsburgh went 72% on 3rd down conversion rate. So they also dominated time of possession. Pittsburgh had the ball for 36 minutes and 37 seconds, while the Titans only had the ball for 23 minutes and 23 seconds. They figured it out later on in the game. Derrick Henry got going a little bit, and they started scoring. A.J. Brown had a long scoring play. They put some things together, but they couldn't come back and make this thing an overtime game. So a great win for the Steelers. Cowboys at the Washington football team. We picked the Washington football team. They won this game 25-3. It wasn't even close. Andy Dalton got hurt. Ezekiel Elliott looking like a non-factor. He had a drop in this game that was a tipped ball that turned into an interception. And Washington football team is now the 2nd in their division. This is the only division in the NFL that does not have a 3-win team right now. This is absolutely horrible. Bills at Jets. We picked the Bills. We got this one right. They won this game 18-10 over the winless Jets. The Jets led 10-0 before allowing a field goal, then throwing an interception on the following possession, also allowing the Bills to move in field goal range 6 more times. Notice I haven't said anything about any touchdowns or anything because the Bills didn't score any touchdowns. Very weird, but the Bills, yet again, find a way to win. Closer than you would have liked if you're a Bills fan, but you still got to win. You still got to win. Panthers at Saints. We picked the Saints, we got this one right. Saints won this game 27-24. It was a pretty good game. Panthers leave this game 3-4. Saints improved to 4-2. The Panthers combined for 37 rushing yards with 6 different ball carriers. Alvin Kamara had 83 yards rushing and 65 yards receiving. Saints got the dub. We got that one right. Packers at Texans. We picked the Packers. We got this one right as well. Packers improved to 5-1. Texans fall to 1-6. The Packers are now 6-0 all time versus the Texans. And Aaron Rodgers, like I said, is so tough to beat back to back. He bounced back in this game with 4 touchdowns, no picks. Started this game 21-0 in the first half. They let up a little bit in the second half, but they did finish the game. And had a double-digit win. So, congratulations to the Packers getting the win there. Browns at Bengals. We picked the Browns. We got this one right. The Browns, 5-2. Like I said earlier in the video, the Bengals lose another one, 5-1. Baker Mayfield had 5 touchdown passes and just 1 interception. Joe Burrow, on the other hand, had 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception as well. But Joe Burrow had 3 fumbles. He only lost 1 of them, but he did lose the ball 3 times in this game. Baker Mayfield had the game-winning touchdown with 15 seconds left, and that's all you need to know about the Browns. Lions at Falcons. Todd Gurley, pack your stuff. Pack it up, man. Just look at this. Just look at this play. I have nothing else left to say. Falcons, yet again, create a way to lose a football game. 49ers at Patriots start the late games. We picked the Patriots. We got this one wrong. Cam went 9 of 15. 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. He got benched in this game, and rightfully so. Stidham came in, didn't do very much himself. He also threw an interception, but no touchdowns. Jimmy G on the opposite side of the ball also had no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So the quarterback play really didn't improve for either team going into this game. 49ers did get back to running the football, 197 yards rushing total. Jeffrey Wilson had 112 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. 49ers won this game 33-6. Chiefs at Broncos. This was a snow game. We got some snow for the first time this year in a football game. Chiefs won this game 43-16. We got this one right. Kansas City won their 10th straight versus Denver. Drew Lock threw no touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. Melvin Gordon had 2 fumbles. That's 4 turnovers. Like I said multiple times before, you're not going to win a football game turning it over 4 times. Unless your opponent turns it over 5 times. That's very rare. But anyway, got that one right. Jaguars at Chargers. My Bolts, baby, my Bolts. My boys got the win. 39-29. Chargers improved to 2-4. Jaguars fall to 1-6. This game was tied at 29 before D.D. Westbrook fumbled on a kickoff return. The Chargers did lead 16-0 in this game earlier, so there was a bunch of back and forth in this game. One thing that stood out for my Chargers was the 5 sacks. Not counting the block punt for a touchdown, this defense did allow 23 points. Not counting the block punt for a touchdown, of course. Not exactly what we want to see. We don't want to allow 23 points to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It shouldn't be happening. We couldn't stop the run all day, but you know what? We won the game. I'm fine with it. I still think defensive coordinator needs to go. You got 2 weeks to prepare for this matchup, and you allow a rookie running back to just tear your defense apart. But anyway, we did get that one right. Chargers won. Buccaneers at Raiders. We picked the Buccaneers. We got this one right. They won this game 45-20. The Raiders' pass defense is still horrible. They allowed 369 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and no sacks from the pass rush. So they're not helping themselves. But as expected, they got a lot of points put up on them. Seahawks at Cardinals. We picked the Cardinals, and we got this right. This was the night game. Cardinals won this game 37-34 in overtime. Tyler Lockett had 200 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. You can't ask for a better day from a receiver. Russell Wilson had 3 touchdowns, but he also threw 3 interceptions. Kyler Murray, on the other hand, had 4 total touchdowns and only 1 interception. Needless to say, we picked the right team. I told y'all. It's always, for some reason, it's an NFC West team that I got to tell y'all about before y'all figure out, like, oh, they might be good this year. No, I told y'all before the season started. The Cardinals are coming out this year. But anyway, getting over to my cow and my pal, my coach of the week and my player of the week. Coach of the week for me is Cliff Kingsbury, the coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, you got the Seahawks coming to town. They're undefeated. Russell Wilson is MVP candidate, the number 1 guy right now in the NFL. If we had to vote, most people would pick Russell Wilson. You force him to throw 3 interceptions. 3. You only get 2 sacks. And we'll come back to that. But you just find a way to beat this team that has been dominating the NFL so far. And it's amazing because the Cardinals weren't on anybody's radar. Yet again, I have to tell y'all who's going to be good. But anyway, player of the week for me is Baker Mayfield. 5 touchdowns and a game winner with 15 seconds on the clock. And now you're 5-1 versus your division rival, the Cleveland Browns. You're 5-1. Congratulations. Versus that team. Now we gotta flip the M to a dub. If you're new to my channel, this is the segment where I give you the 3 most important questions for you from this past week, not including the Monday night games. And of course, if there's a Tuesday night game, which we had one of those earlier this year. Who, what, and why? Who do the Cowboys turn to? Zeke's last 100-yard game, we can't even tell you. I believe it was December of last year. I believe it was. And we're 7 games into the season. Like, good Lord, man. They figured out how to stop Ezekiel Elliott. In my opinion, he was never a great running back. And a lot of people were saying that he's the best running back in the league and all of this. No, the Cowboys' O-line just opened up holes that were just big enough for anybody to run through. And they've been doing it since DeMarco Murray was there. Like, there's nothing, to me, there was never anything special about Ezekiel Elliott except for he can jump high. He can jump high. He wasn't exceptionally fast. He wasn't exceptionally strong. He didn't break a lot of open field tackles. It's just, he knew how to find the holes, which weren't hard to find. But anyway, who do they turn to for a playmaker? What happened to Russell Wilson? He threw 3 interceptions. We talked about that. The Cardinals were tied for 6th in the league in sacks coming into this game. They only had 2 sacks in this game. That does not mean that they did not get pressure. They sent pressure a lot in this game, and sometimes it would be phantom pressure. Russell Wilson would get rid of the ball before he would actually have pressure in his face, assuming that the Cardinals were actually going to bring more people than they did. So it got in his head a little bit. It got in his head, and that's hard to do for a player of Russell Wilson's caliber. He's a veteran. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's seen pretty much everything there is to see. The Cardinals just found a way, you know? But Anyway, why? Why can't Cam Newton get going? Now, y'all know Cam is my boy. Y'all know he's my boy. But goodness gracious, man. All these interceptions, these bad reads, these miscommunications with the wide receivers. Like, I can't just say blame it on the offseason right now because we're in week 7. And he hasn't shown that he's just going to lead this team to something deep in the playoffs. And that's not a good sign. So I'll leave that to y'all. Why do you think Cam Newton can't get going in this offense? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're new. Thank you for your view. I appreciate you. Let me know what y'all thought about week 7 so far. Who you got winning tonight? Of course, tonight's game is the Bears at the Rams. Tune in. I know I'm going to be tuned in. It should be a good game. Let me know who y'all got winning that game. What y'all thought about week 7. Let me know in the comments. Talk to your boy. Talk to your boy. It's your boy, Jay. We out here.